This is one of my favorite pictures. It shows all 4 chambers. Back to biology. I had meningitis. It attacked my heart and just destroyed it pretty much. I was just out of breath and tired all the time. This pin down here was from the defibrillator. There's a lot of stress, a lot of emotions. There was some fear whether I was going to make it or not.
You can't kill me.
I'm your father.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, we're like the same age.
With the shot. Is Seymour Butts there?
I will find you, and I will kill you.
It was a joke.
You know, just a normal busy time in our life. Ryan was getting ready to go off to the Marines, so that was emotional. But I was proud of him, and he was so excited about it that, you know, I knew he was doing something he wanted to do, and that's all you want for your kids, is for them to do what they want to do and be happy. It was the Olathe police, and they had told me that Ryan had been in an accident, that he had been at the shooting range, and it appeared to be self-inflicted. They said, "You had no clue," and I was like, "No." Probably 100, 150 people that came in and out of that hospital.
There were a lot of people there waiting and trying to get information. Everybody went in groups of 5 or so at a time to see him.
My friend Jenny said, "Well, Linda, what about organ donation?" I said, "Yes, we definitely would want to do that."
He was a phenomenal athlete.
Ryan was such a healthy kid. It was a very hard day.
All the nurses and everybody started filing into my room. And then they told me, and everybody was cheering and clapping and carrying on, and just everybody was just so excited.
I even made the remark to her, "You don't even look like you need to even be here. You just look so healthy and strong." And she was just so excited to have her new life start.
The doctor, he says, "I don't usually do this." He says, "But I've got to tell you." And he put his hand on my shoulder. And he says, "If I ever have to have a transplant, I hope I get a heart as good as you've got." It was from an 18-year-old, is all I knew. I was still in ICU when I started writing my first letter. To let them know that I was appreciative of it, but yet I felt their pain as well. I wrote all the time. I didn't know whether she was getting them, whether she was reading them or not, but I kept writing. I couldn't help myself. I had to do it. It was just something in my heart that I had to do. And it finally paid off. I saw the letter in there. It just went to pieces. My name is Linda, and I'm Ryan's mom. First of all, I would like to apologize for taking so long to write back to you. I so appreciated getting your letter back in April and wanted to write back immediately. But every time I even thought about it, I broke down and cried. Being able to donate Ryan's organs is one of the only things that helped his death make sense. My friends and I often wonder about the person that got Ryan's heart. We always laugh and say whoever it was probably went through a personality change and got weird. I'm really glad that your new heart is doing well. I would also like to meet with you sometime.
And I'm not going to say it wasn't hard meeting her. I mean, it definitely was. But at the same time, it was kind of neat, too.
I had my stethoscope with me, and I asked her if she wanted to listen.
So I got to hear the heart And that was weird. And, but it, it just reminds me how much I miss him.
It's kind of like a high and a low together. That, this should not be where it's at now, but it is. I would have missed out on the birth of several grand and great-grandchildren and my mother, being able to be with her and continuing with her life until it was over, and closeness to my kids, lots of stuff.
It's just incredible to think about that. So whatever little information we had about where his organs went, you have to wonder, is one of them a little soccer player?
It was really, really hard to imagine the joy and the celebration in one hospital while there was so much grief and sadness in another hospital at the same time. It's extraordinary for sure.
I'm just so glad that people are that unselfish, that they think of others in their time of sorrow.
It does bother me a lot. But after talking to his mom and all, it kind of helped settle things down a little bit. And I think both of us talking to each other has helped us both to come to terms.
I always say that that's God's way of helping me deal with this. It's like he knows how much I love that kid, and he has him now, but God just keeps these people in my life.
It's our heart, because it's not just mine. It was his first.